Happy Wednesday. You are halfway through the week, and I'm glad that you are on this journey with us. I'm going to interrupt our usual plan at 9 to go kind of with a special thought this morning. Like you, I have been watching the news and have been very disturbed by all of the unrest. No matter how you look at it, from what point of view you want to come, whether you're on the left or the right, you have to understand how divided our nation is and how much our country needs the church and the message of the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I want to remind you of a very old verse, one that you can quote and one that you know, but one that we need to remember right now. It's in the Sermon on the Mount. It's Matthew chapter 5, verse 13. You are the salt of the earth. But if a salt loses its saltiness, how do you make it salty again? The thing that Jesus is telling us is salt is a catalyst. Salt is what makes other things do what they do better. Okay? You've all heard the story of making chocolate chip cookies. And if you make chocolate chip cookies from scratch, you add salt. And your first thought is, when the first time you do this, is I'm not going to add salt to the chocolate chip cookies. I don't want salty chocolate chip cookies. And when you don't add salt, the chocolate chip cookies taste awful. Because there's something about the salt, when it mixes with everything else, that makes the chocolate more chocolate and makes the cookie more of a cookie than it does without the salt. It also doesn't take a whole lot of salt to do what salt does. And you have had the mistake that I've made of having just not enough salt and then adding just one more salt or shaker of salt, and then it's too much salt. Okay, so it doesn't take a whole lot for salt to be salty, but it does take some. Wherever you are, you're enough to make a difference in whatever Jesus is doing in your office, in your neighborhood, in your home, in your family, among your friends. It doesn't take a whole lot, but it does take some. It doesn't take many of us to share the gospel, but it does take one or two. And it does take you being faithful to Christ where you are. By being faithful to Christ, I show there is an alternative to the craziness of the world. There is a peace you can find that is not given to us by the world and cannot be understood by the world, nor can it be shaken by the world. And when you and I live faithfully as followers of Christ in these crazy times, you become salt. You make your friends better. You make your office better. You make your school better. That's what salt does. And if there's anything wrong in America right now, we lack salt. So pray with me, and I will pray with you, that wherever Brentwood Baptist Church is sprinkled this coming week, wherever Christ puts you, that you will be the salt of the earth that is needed there. Think on this for about 60 seconds, and I'll see you tomorrow.